people, the doorways are short. Were the people shorter or were they ducking?
I'm not sure exactly. I think a bit shorter. Even that in some sculptures they look very high, but they were a bit shorter.
Do they find bones here? Do they find bones?
No, this is one of the mysterious things. Bones were not found in all that side. They buried them, but it's a secret.
Maybe it was a fiction novel that he had seen it on the parents, seen it all and made up this
The soul probably ate everything.
This is incredible. What technology?
That would be the,
It feels like in 2,000 years we haven't really invented. It's all really here. Heated tile.
So the kids are from Germany?
Here for 10 days.
My roommate's college was Amy Schmidt. And my minor was Spanish and her major was German. So it was funny. Oh, it feels nice and breezy. What?
Is that stuff that's not wood?
Shrek? I can't tell. Could be. I don't know that Trek would do well with 120 degree heat though. It's made of plastic. I love what they've done. I love what they've done with the place.
Nice to see the German delegation, wasn't it?
Yeah.
They're sweet and we are very, very happy with that look like this. Because this is the future generation
Yes.
of Germany and we do have a good relationship with Germany.
I love your attitude. I love it. Right? Am I right?
It's so important.
It's amazing.
Ravi, one of the things I'm having a problem because of all the fortresses, how big is this total up
Well,
here?
there are areas which are constructed and some areas are completely bald.
I mean, from how much living space did 1,000 people have? Is it a mile? Is it?
The length of the mountain itself is about 900 meters, which is 2/3 of a mile. About.
And the width?
Width is about half kilometer, which is a third of a mile.
Okay. So it's
So the running track had to have been short.
It's about the same population level as a block in Manhattan.
Not even. There's more people in 1,000.
It's like maybe 5 degrees and then rain.
It will be quite funny once we are used to climb. When we go back to Germany. Yeah.
For the something.
Are you Jewish?
No.
none of us.
Catholic. Because we have a friend who's Jewish that moved back to Germany.
Yeah, I have a lot of Jewish friends too. Yeah, some are on my football team in Germany.
But we are always suspicious. Maybe it's not true. Guys, maybe it didn't happen. We didn't find יש שם קבוצה בגלל זה אני אומר. יכולים להתקדם איתם אם אתם רוצים. רק אתם ממלא מים. תכף אנחנו נגיע. We'll get to a place where it's possible to There is another group behind. So don't hesitate please to drink and drink a lot. Yeah. So as I said, we are always suspicious. Maybe it didn't happen. Maybe a Hollywood producer wrote the book of Josephus.
Or maybe Josephus wrote fiction. He'd been here with Herod.
It's a fiction.
He's a wannabe author.
And it was he come up here and wrote, but baby Josephus came here, you know.
And because you asked the question, I will let you read, and the German delegation can hear as well.
Okay.
Okay. So this is a quotation that we are reading from the book of Josephus, which described what have happened here. Okay.
Read
So
loud.
please read from here, and not fast. I have to understand.
Here, several hundred inscribed pottery shards were found. Outstanding among them was a group consisting of names and nicknames, including the name Ben Yair.
Yes.
Yigadal Yadin, the most distinguished of Masada's excavators, connected this group with Josephus Flavius' story of the drawing of lots on the last night of the revolt.
Just a moment, guys. Come a bit closer to let the other group of Eshet pass. Okay. And now we will hear the quotation from the book itself. This is what was found here. Now we'll hear the quotation, how Josephus is describing the event itself. Please.
Then, having chosen by lot 10 of their number to dispatch the rest, these, having unswervingly slaughtered all, ordained the same rule of the lot for one another, that he whom it fell should slay first the 9, and then himself last of all.
Wow. But this is the room, folks. This is the place where they found these pieces of shreds with the lots, with the name of the people. Now, why I'm saying is that we are always suspicious. We are always suspicious. We ask questions. Maybe it didn't happen. Maybe it's a fiction. Maybe really Josephus wanted to flatter the Roman army or the Roman citizens. So it maybe didn't happen. But when an Israeli archaeologist, 2,000 years later, are finding these lots, these pieces with the names, according to what he described, then it shows that probably it is true. It's a true story. And now we can continue from here, and we will go towards. Yes? חופשי. הנה, אני לוקח לך. אין לכם מדריך, אתם מסוגלים חבל. חבל, זה כל כך חשוב. כן. אבל כל הכבוד.
I thought I had no idea it was going to be with all the rooms and everything. I thought we were just going to be on a big mesa. I don't know why.
There's a book on Masada that I had read long ago. That's why I'm surprised that I remembered it, that they farmed the land. Got it. Like the way I remembered it was that they farmed the land. I didn't remember that they had it all in a storeroom. I remember that they farmed it. They had animals here. I don't know how that happened.
אתם רוצים הפסקת שירותים?
No, we're not.
There's restrooms here as well, but also down. Visitor center will be restrooms. It's important, very important.
Drink.
So we're stealing Herod's order.
In this case, not anymore.
Not enough cistern water for all of us.
He's history.
They escape, they hide actually. They hide something.
So their husband would find them and kill them.
How did they actually die? Was it poison or?
We'll talk about it when we get to the end of the story. There's water over here, folks. Please, also the the group of the youngsters from Germany, please fill the bucket. Thank you, Jimmy.
Let me take a picture.
Something that you all heard before. The Watergate.
No, take a picture.
Watergate is actually here, not mistake.
Watergate?
Watergate is behind you. This gate is where the other guy is standing is Watergate.
It's a nicer one.
1, 2, 3.
Small little town. Okay guys, we'll continue from here. I lived in a house there with a German family for 2 weeks there. When I was sophomore.
Yeah, second year.
It's always about the same time? Yeah.
It's a sophisticated city. Yes.
Mom, Nicole's become designated reader. She's a good reader.
She is. She puts a lot of oomph into what she's reading.
Yeah.
Emotion. Oh, now this is interesting.
Yeah, it is true.
You're designated reader now. Nicola.
He called me Nicole.
Oh, he did? Mm-hmm. Oh.
He didn't know my name wasn't Nicole. He thought it was Nicola. And Amy said to him yesterday, she will ever be Nicola. And he said, oh, like, it's Nicole. Oh, no. He said, no, we like it. We like it.
Careful, Mom.
Hey, Mom. From the rocks where you're sitting.
Huh? Here, Nick, turn around with Mom. I want to get a picture, and then I want a picture with Mom. That's great. Here. Little babies. Where are you going? Oh, you got your glasses. Did you put yours in the freezer?
I put this in my back pocket.
This is a nice
And we don't have a lid for it
Where?
for some reason.
Right here. Look, there's actually something growing.
It's covering up for you.
Yeah. What's that deepness?
You're looking down and you can see one of the cisterns. How do we know that it's a cistern? We can see the plaster which is covering the sides, the walls of the hall, of the cistern itself. Also here we can see another part of the cistern, maybe it was also a kind of a mikveh. And that plaster is actually prevents leaking of water into the soil itself, into the rock itself. But the question is, how did they fill this cistern and many other cisterns with water? Well, here probably can be that it was partly by rainwater. They collected every drop of rainwater. Right? There isn't a lot of rain here, maybe 3-4 times a year, every time for maybe a half an hour. But every drop they collected. Okay? But the question is also, how did they keep the water, this reservoir of water, clean for the whole year? Someone have an idea?
No.
They use chlorine.
Yeah.
An idea? How do they keep the water clean?
They had alcohol, they were all right. But they didn't oil.
Salt? The salt?
Like a sukkah cover.
A cover.
So
Yeah,
that
there
that
was
way
a
the
cover,
rain
but
will
how you
come
keep
from-
it clean from microorganisms?
Salt.
A filter.
Salt.
Salt, it can be good idea if you don't need to use the water.
Sulfur.
You don't have high blood
You boil it.
And if you don't have high blood pressure.
Sulfur? Mineral? Is it a mineral?
There is one kind of fish that cleans the water, that's true, but they didn't have this.
What about
Not
boiling?
kosher.
I'll give you a clue. You use it today as well.
Is it a mineral?
Chlorine.
What do you have at home or in the general systems? You have filters, okay? And what is inside the filter?
Carbon. Charcoal.
And that's the answer. You take a piece of charcoal, you throw it to the water, and it keeps the water clean. Wow. That's the secret. And you use it until today in the big reservoirs of water, even in the United States.
And the aliens told them that. That's how they knew.
But where do they have
The legal aliens or the illegal aliens?
You know, that people think that the aliens came down and they, you know, have the pyramids are covering up spaceships and you know all that, and it seems like such primitive people. And then all of this technology was lost during the Middle Ages. You know, they knew nothing about.
They were so far ahead of their time.
So far ahead, and then they lost it all. Right? The Middle Ages were like thousands of years later, and they didn't know how to clean their damn water, or do a reservoir, or do a cistern, or clean. You know, nothing about hygiene or food cleanliness. It's like because the aliens, you know. Did you ever watch any of the specials about people's theories that aliens came down and that the Egyptians were really they were considered gods because they had all the answers. They came down from the
Look down, and you'll be able to see down there like a hole. This is actually an entry of a very, very large caves, which are actually cisterns.
Wow.
And there are a lot of cisterns. But how did they fill the cistern down below? The clue is partly in what I said before.